Breaking news coming in at the moment. Gotabaya Rajapaksa has finally resigned from his post. That email that was sent out soon after he landed in Singapore yesterday has now been verified by the Speaker, and his resignation has been accepted. Priyanshi.
And what we do know is that the next president of Sri Lanka will be selected in the next 7 days. The parliament will be convened very soon. Tomorrow the parliament will convene, and all the parliament MPs are requested to be present in that parliament session. And for now, Divya, Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was the Prime Minister, he will now be the acting president now that Gotabaya Rajapaksa has officially, formally resigned from his post. And within 7 days...
Prime Minister Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the leader of the main opposition party and a journalist turned politician from the ruling party, are vying to become Sri Lanka's next president. This is what is being, we also have names that are coming up, including name of Premadasa, who could be in fact taking on the role of the Prime Minister, because the big question is, what about Wickremesinghe? When is he going to resign? Because that is one of the demands of the protesters, for him to step down. He is the Prime Minister who is now the acting president, and he is in fact asking for that all-party meeting in order for the role of the Prime Minister to be filled, not the role of the President.
Right. The Parliament, in fact, is going to convene starting tomorrow, Divya, and the next president for Sri Lanka, we could see the next president within the next 7 days is what we're being told. But of course, this comes as a relief for all the protesters who've been on the streets for the last 3 months, and they had been demanding the resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Yesterday, when he had emailed his resignation and it wasn't confirmed till then, even then we could see the protesters celebrating, dancing and singing on the streets. But now that it's confirmed, it'll come as a major relief to these protesters who've been on the streets for more than 95 days now.
97 to be precise, Priyanshi, more than 3 months, but their demand continues. They are demanding that Wickremesinghe also resign. They do not want him to continue as the Prime Minister or the acting president. Of course, he is suggesting that at that all-party meeting that they come up with a name for the Prime Minister's position. They're saying that it should be someone that even the opposition agrees on, and of course also the people of the country. Now, the winning candidate must secure a simple majority within the parliament, but also gain the confidence of the hundreds of thousands of Sri Lankans who have participated in protests that have continued over 97 days. We have our colleague Shrija joining us. Shrija, that official statement is now out. The Speaker has announced the resignation of Gotabaya Rajapaksa.
Yes, now the announcement has come by nearly after 8 to 10. Resignation letter was sent by Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa to the Speaker. After, checking the authenticity of the letter, we see Abewa today has made this announcement official to the Sri Lankans here that Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa has resigned from the post of President. What's also important to note that the Speaker also went on to talk about how the Parliament will convene tomorrow. He's requested the public to maintain peace, to facilitate a smooth of the Parliament can reach the Parliament, and they can begin with the discussions with regard to selecting a new president. He also did, of course, talk about that for the time being, Ranil Wickremesinghe will be the acting president of Sri Lanka, and in the next 7 days, Sri Lanka. So that discussion will happen tomorrow in the Parliament.